people have asked me lately what I use when I'm taking my journals out and about with me or around the house or whatever, because, you know, I've always got my something in my hand, usually my Midori. So I thought I might as well do a little show and tell of what I use at the moment. I have to say that actually I don't normally carry this lot around. Although I do have my Foxy tote. I got this from Wilko's in the UK. He's cute, isn't he lovely? Little Foxy tote. I love this because it's got nice long straps. I find it very difficult to find straps that will fit over my big chunky shoulders. And these are the perfect size for carrying on my shoulder. So if I'm carrying around the house, I pop it in here, which is currently covered in dog hairs. Sorry about that. Occupational hazard. Right. Generally, I'm sitting at my desk when I'm working, but I do like to sometimes go and journal outside, or I go and sit in my bedroom. I've got a desk set up in there. It's just nice to have a change of scenery sometimes. So I've got various different things that I carry around with me or I take with me. If I'm planning to go somewhere in the house or go out for the day or whatever, and I'm planning to be journaling, then I will take these in my tote bag with whichever journal I'm going to work in. If I'm just, I think, oh, I'll just go and cook some dinner, and that'll take about an hour, so I'll just grab my pencil case and my journal, then this is what I grab, and then one of my journals. So, starting with the journals, my beloved Midori, of course, is the main one. Ooh, cat stickers. My main one. I'll very briefly show you the setup of it at the moment. It changes from week to week and sometimes day to day, but basically it's always my planner and notebook, at least. Sometimes it's more, sometimes it's less. This goes everywhere. It goes upstairs, it goes downstairs, it goes to bed with me, everything. Where I go, it goes. Now my other journal that I'm using at the moment, obviously I've got my art journals, where I only do art and mucky stuff, and those are on my desk. They don't leave the studio, I always work. The dogs have decided to go crazy, sorry. Kids, oi, can you chill? Yeah, my art stuff stays on my desk mostly, so this is my Hobonichi, and my Fobonichi. It's still the one that Vicky sent me. Somebody who hasn't owned up yet sent me this as a rack. It came with a very nice note from the Hobonichi store saying this was purchased for you as a rack, and it was labelled as a gift. So somebody bought it from the Hobonichi store and had it shipped to me. I don't know who sent it, but thank you very, very, very much. I love it. It's beautiful. I really like, my favourite one I think is the donkey, but the donkey is only available for the little books. This, I had a look at what was on there a few weeks ago when I was looking to see if I could get one of these, and this was the one I would have picked. It was either this or the patchwork one, but the patchwork one was like 6 times the price of this because it's a designer one. I like this. This is cute. This is very, very cute. So, huge thank yous to whoever sent this. I really wish you'd own up so I could thank you in person. But nobody's owned up yet. Maybe it's somebody who's away or something, I don't know. Okay, so what have I got in my Hobonichi? If I'm going to journal somewhere, like if I'm going out, I've been out in the garden this afternoon, sitting with the dogs, then I will pick this up and take it with me. And mostly I only take this. Sometimes I'll grab a few bits and pieces out of my other supplies, but I just grab this and go. So in here I've got, at the back I've got my diary stickers, obviously, which I love. These are the ones that are in use. I've got brand new ones as well, but these are the ones that are currently in use. There is a space to put them in the front, but I prefer them in the back because this is quite stiff and it's easy to get to and it's easy to pull in and out, whereas this one is really hard to get things in and out of, especially if you're a lefty. You're going like this all the time trying to get things in and out, so I don't bother with that. Occasionally I'll put photos or something in there, but mostly I'd leave that one empty. For those asking about because I asked Miss Vicky as well how she worked her Faux into her Hobonichi planner, you do kind of have to hold it here and flip it that way at the spine to get it to close, but I took some heavy card, this is like heavy packaging card, and used my repositionable tape runner to just stick some to the inside of the cover just to make it a little bit stiffer so that it slips in and out a bit easier, because what I found was instead of slipping in and out it just crumpled like that. So this just makes it a little bit easier to open and close. This is, like I said, it's repositionable, so I can just take it off and go back to my nice soft cover when I finish this book and take it out of here. I try not to overload my planner because this book is quite heavy all on its own. By the time you get the cover on it, the covers actually weigh quite a bit, and if you start putting loads of stuff in it, they get really heavy. I mean, this is quite a weight. This is easily the weight of a family Bible or a hardback novel, easily. Because remember, these are 600-page books, and the covers themselves are very well made. They're very thick, they're quite chunky, they're heavy canvas, and you know, it's heavy. It's heavy. It's an A5 and it's heavy. Trust me. I've just got a few odd bits and pieces in here that are easy to use, and then when I use them up I swap them something else in. So I've got my Hello Kitty Club card. This is my Asda gift card. There's no money on it or anything. I use it for squishing down stuff, and for sticking like odd bits of washi tape on when I've got an odd corner or something and I think, oh, I'm not going to throw that out, it's a big piece, so I stick it on there. Then I've got 2 wraps of washi because I've recently sorted out all my washi into a proper shelf thingy. So I've got 2 bits of washi, and I've got these on all sorts of different cards. I've ordered some landscape these things, you know, the insides for plastic wallets. These are the vertical load ones, which makes it very difficult to put the washi tape in and out because it gets stuck. So I want the sideways loading ones which go in that way. So I need to swap those over. I'm just waiting for the store to get back to me. So until I get that sorted, I've just got them banded together, and I swap these out, so as and when I feel like a different colour scheme, I'll just swap them over. I've got a few post-it notes, nothing, you know, not a big chunk of post-it notes, just a few post-it notes. I've got my Hobonichi Techo card that came with my cover. I'm going to use that in my journal at some point. I've got some owl stickers. I just think they're cute. Oops, I just want to go back in. Oh, it's in the wrong one. There we go. I have a couple of Project Life Project Life cards. These are different ones that have got, like this one's got a calendar on it, location and date. I love that one. It's very Alice in Wonderland, that one. Reminds me of the Cheshire Cat, I don't know why. Right now, story of this photo, this day, this week, this adventure, this one time or other. It goes like this. That's got nice doodles on, and this is I feel so fabulous, content, lucky, tired, angsty, giddy, whatever. Why, you ask? Because. And then you can write in why in there. So yeah, those are, just got those popped in there. I've got a little gorgeous girl that I'm going to use in my planner at some point. I've got a business card. Can't get my words out today. I've got a business card that came with a drawing that I'm going to use in my planner. I've got some interesting post-it notes. I think Steph sent me these. They're like luggage tags. I've got a whole bundle of them, but I just pulled like 5 or 6 off and popped them in there. I've got some more of these coloured flags that I love to use for just about everything, and I've got some odd bits and pieces of little stickers that I just want to use up. They're the last few from a set, so I cut them up, pop them in here. And then this, I don't know if that's what this pocket is for, but this pocket I've just got a few stamps in, and I just cut the corner off a piece of packaging and taped it over and puts the stamps inside, because I found if I put my stamps in like that, they got caught on the corners and the little ones disappeared inside and I couldn't get them out and they fell out and all sorts. So I just cut off a little corner of a piece of packaging that was about the right size, popped them in the... Oh, I can't see what I'm doing because I haven't got my glasses on. Hang on. Surprised I got that far through a video without having my glasses on, but there you go. So those just fit in there and that just pops in there and it just stops them all falling out. And like I say, occasionally I'll put some photos or things that I've printed out in here. I do like to use a lot of printouts in my journal. I'll pop those in there so that I remember to use them. And then mostly I will use my Sharpie to draw. This is a black Sharpie pen, fine pen. And I don't know what it is about these closures, but every other pen I've used, it kind of, you put it in like that to hold the thing together, but what I've found is it goes like that. Whereas this one, it actually doesn't. The lid of the pen is exactly the right length for this, so I think that might be what it is. If I put my Calitos or anything in, it just goes like that. It just sticks out all over the place, whereas this actually does hold it together. So if I'm just going to go and journal in the garden, pick up this, off I go. I also may pick up this. This is Kevin. His name is Kevin, and he'll be my pencil case until I lose him or something. This was a present from Jeanette. I love him. I love Kevin. Kevin's awesome. This has a few extra bits and pieces, so if I want to travel light, I will take that, or I will take that, and I'll go off around the house and do what I need to do. And all this has got is a few extra bits and pieces. I've got a glue stick, I've got a little tiny pair of scissors from a sewing kit, I've got a little ruler, I've got my iconic pens, which are double-ended rollerball pens, which are very, very useful. I love these pens. They're very tiny and they're very space-saving. I've got my Calitos, so I've got 8 colours there for my Calitos. I've got my black G-Tech C4, which I am aware is the same as the black Calito in there, but I go through these at a rate of knots, so I thought I might as well put a spare in there. I've got a black ballpoint, which I use for drawing. I've got a pencil. I've got an eraser. I've got my absolute favourite colour Sharpie ever, which is the bright pink one, and I've got my white highlighter paint pen. So if I'm going out and gonna, stick and cut and glue and think out of a magazine or something, then I'll take that with me as well. Speaking of sticking, cutting and gluing, that's where this comes in. This is just a clear, it's actually a toiletry bag I got in Poundland for £1. That's the dollar store, for those of you who aren't in the UK. Poundland is the equivalent of a dollar store. And in here I've just got, like I said, I've got my rest of my washi. I've got, this is more of a swapping out bag, so I'll pick bits and pieces to use from here. And I'll put them in my Hobonichi to take with me, rather than carrying all of this. I just, pick out bits and pieces that I want to use. That photo should be in my Hobonichi. So in here I've got my stencils, I've got some stickers, I've got some post-its, cute little cards, cute little stickers, doggy stickers, always got doggy stickers around, printouts that I've done from the internet, bits and pieces that I've written on Project Life cards. I've got some more photos, those should be on my Hobonichi as well. I've got new sets of all my diary stickers because I love these with the little rabbits and the Odong and Valerie, so I bought another set of each. I've got some clear stamps. These are my planner stamps, so I've got my notes, to-do list, top 10 list, details, and then a journaling thing, or a to-do thing, a bullet list. I've got some more stickers, to-do sheets, more diary stickers. I do love my diary stickers, you know I love my diary stickers. This is all diary stickers. I've got some little printouts and quotes and things. I've got these, I keep these cards, I use these quite a lot. These are the cards off, if you've got a Pogo, you'll know what these are. These are the ones, when you refill your Pogo or your Instax or whatever, the first thing that comes out is one of these little cards. I use them as photo things and tabs and stuff. I've got some more Project Life cards, some more stickers, some more diary stickers, some more owl stickers, some hearts and flowers and stars, more stickers, a couple of postcards, a couple of things I've printed off the internet, a few more Project Life bits and pieces. Again, these are all freebies that I got off the internet. You just go onto Pinterest and you put in free printables Project Life and you get cute stuff like this. So that says today, if you can't see that, sorry. I don't know who made these because I've cut them all up, but you know, if you go on my Pinterest board, free printables, they'll all be linked on there. And I've got some tabs and things and stuff like that. Just printed out, ready to go. And then at the back here, I've got my set of stamps that I use quite a lot. This is the one with the fox on it, this was a set from Get Stamping. Issue 1, which was very hard to get hold of, and my friend Steph had one and she very kindly sent me the ones of the set that she hadn't used and wasn't going to use, and she kept the ones that she had already used. So, and I really wanted the fox. That's all I was interested in, was the fox. So yeah, as and when I come across something that I think, oh, I could, like this, I found this earlier and I went, oh, I could use that in my Hobonichi, pop it in there. At some point I'll dig through this and I'll go, oh, I use that in my Hobonichi. So like this is bits and pieces that I've stuck on in this box because I've been working on things and I've just gone, oh, I'll shove that in the box, I'll deal with that later. Well, that I can use in my Hobonichi. Those I could use in my Hobonichi, but they keep falling off, which is why they're in here. See? They keep falling off the paper. A couple of little bits of sticky, those I'll leave there. I've got plenty of those in my Hobonichi already. A couple of spare stickers, those can go in there. That's from my Book of Shadows, that's from my Filofax, that's from my Midori, that is junk, shouldn't be in there, and that is binnable. So there you go, that's my desk tidy sorted out for the day as well. And then I have this, which is my big pencil case. Now, I have all my pens sorted into a desk caddy, which I will show you another time. It's basically a milk carton holder from the days when people used to get milk delivered, and it's got pint glasses in it, and I've just stuck all my bits and pieces in there because it's easy to carry around if I want it. In here is all my gel pens, because gel pens have to be kept lying down. So in here I've got my gel pens, and it, you know, rather than carrying everything from over there, I can just pick this up and take it with me. So I've got all my gel pens and my Sharpie fine liners. Not Sharpie fine liners, Sharpie fine pens. I've got things like my Uniball pens, my Signo metallics, my Signo DX ink pens, Uniball white. I've got my rollerball, which if I don't keep this lying down it tends to dry out, but it's one of my favourite pens to write with. I've got the rest of my large size Calitos in the colours, not Calitos, G-Tex, which are the large size of the Calitos, which I use for drawing. These actually, if you use them with a water brush, you can use them as paint markers, surprisingly enough, because the colours are so vivid. And I quite like to do that. So I don't even need to take my paints with me sometimes. I've got my, obviously I've got a biro in here, ballpoint. I've got my Japanese pentel pocket brush, which I use for writing kanji, and a big eraser, just in case I need one. And a random roll of my favourite washi tape of the day, which is little Tweety birds. Aren't they cute? Little coloured Tweety birds. I got some new ones this week. One of the shops that I buy at was doing 5 for the price of 3, and I thought, hey, that's a good deal. That's basically going to save me the postage, so I picked up 5. So yeah, I swap these out pretty much every day. Use a different roll every day. Then this side, I haven't really got anything in this side at the moment because I've used all the stuff that was in here already, but I do have the rest of these luggage post-it notes. I've got some random post-it notes that I took off and was still stuck there. I've got a couple of paper clips, some of these page flags, things like that. In here I have 2 ink stamps. These are the Versamark chalk ink stamps, which don't bleed through paper, but they're also not waterproof. And I've got a spare cartridge for my Lamy Safari, which I may or may not have on me at any given point in time. Sometimes I have it with me, sometimes I don't. Sometimes I will take it out of the little pen pot here because it lives on my desk, and I will pop it in here. Depends if I feel like writing in fountain pen. And then in here, because I'm an out of sight, out of mind person, to make sure that whatever goes in this pocket eventually does see the light of day, I've got my little travel watercolours, which as you can see get used a lot, and my 3 water brush pens, which are fine, medium and uber. So if I want to go and paint outside or whatever, I've got painting stuff there all ready to go. And I use this often enough that I don't need to worry about it going in there and never seeing the light of day again, because I use it a lot. And if I need to, I've got plenty of space to pop in my tape runner as well, and possibly even a glue stick. So I can take my glue stick out of here, pop it in there, and I'm ready to go. Now if I'm going into town or something, I'll take this with me, you know, or if I'm going out to sit in the garden for the whole day, I'll take this with me. And then I'll normally take that and that and just pop it all in my bag. And because I'm at home, I might even take this, but it's unlikely. I'll usually pull stuff out of that. So, you know, serious stuff, going out and working for a while, or going outdoors or something like that, I might take all 3 of these, or just that, or just that. Generally, you know, or I'm just popping downstairs for a couple of hours, I might take that, or I might take that, depending on what I want to do. I also have this little tin, which is, when I went to Germany, I found some chocolate, which came in these little tins, so I grabbed a few, as you do. And in here I keep flat stamps, so borders, a couple of word stamps, journal stamps, odd words, odd flowers, bits and pieces, just stuff that I might use in my journal just to brighten things up. I've got some fake washi, that's quite cool. Travel stamps from my Midori, that kind of thing. And again, this generally just lives in here with these, and if I want it, I can just grab it and pop it in there. So that is my setup for on the go, round the house kind of stuff. I have tried various different totes and hauls and haul bags and all that kind of thing, and it always gets really annoying because when I'm up in the studio I take everything out and start using it, and then I have to pack it all away again to go and work somewhere else. Whereas with this, you know, it's just like having a couple of different pencil cases. I'm not constantly unpacking and repacking. I might take 1 or 2 pens out depending on what I'm doing. So there you go, that is my on-the-go travelling journal thing. I should mention this is a travel mate. It's actually a wash bag that I got off eBay. Cost me £3.50 I think. And it's actually got a little hook so you can hang it up. That's rather handy. Saves your desk space. Or you can hang it on your chair if you're just sitting in the garden. And I did have carbuncle? No, that's not the right word, is it? What are they called? You know, the clippy clips. The big clippy clips, like they have on bungee ropes and abseiling kits. Yeah, I had one of those on here. I can never remember the word. I've got all these stupid words going through my head, like carabunga and stuff like that, which is completely the wrong word. What's the word? Somebody tell me. Yeah, I had one of those on here, and that gives you a little handle then to carry it with, which is great. But I needed my clip for something else, and I didn't have another one, so I'm going to have to pick up another couple. They had them in Asda the other day for £1, so I might pick up a few more, and then I've got a carry handle for this, which is much better. Right, there you go, that's my on-the-go journaling kit. And Kevin.